Ryan Garcia versus Joseph JoJo Diaz. Sources say it's next. We're going to talk about that. No Devin Haney? Okay. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Listen, somehow, some way you found this video. Don't know how, but you can encourage others to find the video by throwing a like on the video. Very simple and free gesture. Takes a couple seconds and it helps others. Also, Wilder versus Tyson Fury is this weekend on Saturday. Use my link in the description if you're going to be ordering the fight. That's an affiliate link, so it does go help the channel continue to grow and push out new content for the masses. Now, Devin Haney is the, if not one of the most avoided people in the world of boxing. I have a source that told me that Ryan Garcia and Joseph JoJo Diaz is next. The fight is done. We're waiting on an official announcement. The great Ego Stradamus. So you can believe me or not. Stay tuned to Ryan and Golden Boy's page and social media handles, and it looks like, you know, the fight is done. Now, this was a rumor, so it's nothing too shocking. I've talked about this. As far as the fight, I think the fight is cool, it's solid, but it's a bad look because Devin Haney should be fighting one of the two guys. In fact, I have it pulled up on the screen. Somebody else put this. They said more proof that he's a cap, right? And this is what Joseph JoJo Diaz had to say. Shut your goofy up and let's fight by the end of this year. PUSSY. Devin Haney, this was in response to Devin Haney saying, I didn't watch JoJo's sorry ass fight, but it's funny that he's now calling out Ryan Garcia when he is my mandatory now. So he beat Javier Fortuna, moved up to do it, looked good in the fight, clearly won. And as a mandatory, he's fighting Ryan Garcia, according to my source. We'll see if I'm right. This is what Devin Haney put July 10th. So you can see this goes back. Once again, Joseph JoJo Diaz says, shut your goofy butt up. Let's fight by the end of the year. This was on 7/10. Oh, what a difference a few months makes. Now in October, we're just in October. So this is less than what? Less than 3 months? Less than 3 whole months later? Because I don't think it's the 10th yet. Yeah, because the Wilder fight's on the 9th, right? Less than 3 months later, and now it's not Joseph JoJo Diaz, the mandatory, fighting Devin Haney. Wow. Devin Haney said bet. 7-11. 7-11. 7 even better than 11, right? November, we got a deal. So the two fighters agreed. Devin Haney was caught for the Wilder Fury press week, and he has recent interviews, and he says him and his promotion, his people, his team, they're looking to line up someone. He says JoJo and Ryan Garcia, I don't believe it's actually finalized. So we're still looking, we're open to fight them, blah, blah, blah. So he reiterated that. I don't know if Devin knew that the fight is actually official. At least that's what my source is telling me, right? Joseph JoJo Diaz says, don't backpedal. I'm going to talk to the team this weekend, lock that in for this year. And Devin Haney said, July 15th, we will see, sir. Fast forward to the future, like roughly about 3 months, but not quite 3 months. Now my source is telling me that the two mandatories are going to fight each other instead of fighting Devin Haney. See, this is what continues to happen with black fighters, and you can blame the WBC. The WBC, they're complicit in all of these things. 2 p.m. September 20th. So the stage was set. Golden Boy clearly having a relationship with the WBC. This is what they wanted. They don't want to intermingle with an outsider, especially a dangerous style like Devin Haney. He can make your fighter look bad. Devin Haney, he was sparring with Shakur Stevenson, and this is when they were both younger, before Shakur even went to the Olympics. This became a viral sensation just off of sparring. So we've known about Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson for quite some time. And these were two, like, I'm just being real. I don't remember hearing about Ryan Garcia like I was hearing about Shakur and hearing about Devin Haney. I'm talking about good things, high level praise from, reputable people. But we were hearing that about guys like Devin Haney, and so far so good for both of their careers, Devin and Shakur, as pros, right? So the WBC, back to that, they're absolutely complicit because they're allowing this. Ryan Garcia was Devin Haney's mandatory. That's a fact. He beat Luke Campbell to become the WBC interim champion, right? This was in January of this year. Ryan should have been forced to face, and I'm going to make several videos about this, so please buckle up and stay tuned because it's not right. And this continues to happen to black fighters. Listen, I could take it back before this. Devin Haney called out Lomachenko. This is stuff I can easily prove in seconds. Devin Haney calls out Lomachenko. You guys could do the same research. Boom. Boom. Devin Haney sounds off on Lomachenko. Devin Haney sends Lomachenko direct message. Devin Haney ignites social media beef with Devin Haney. So you see one fighter pushing for all the smoke. Keep in mind, Lomachenko at the time, he had belts and he was ranked, you know what I'm saying? Or he was fighting Luke Campbell or whatever for the WBC, and Devin Haney was highly ranked. And look, Bob Arum says Vasyl Lomachenko wants to face Devin Haney, but Bob Arum also said that Lomachenko is likely to fight against Richard Commey. So it's looking like Bob Arum's losing some of that magic with people buying these statements. Bob Arum just did a recent interview, and I got a video coming on that, and he said that Devin Haney was a no-show to try to make the Teofimo fight. I mean, who believes this stuff, right? Who believes this stuff? Devin Haney doubts Lomachenko will fight him December 11th. This kid has been calling out every single person. Look, we got receipts. Where the uck is Lomachenko at? I'm here. I'm waiting for you cowards to decide on the real fight and not fight on Twitter. Still to this day, they're talking about Lomachenko versus Commey. So that was one of the earlier ones. Devin Haney could have fought Luke Campbell, but Top Rank finagled and had a good relationship with the WBC or whatever the situation is, and they finagled it so Lomachenko got the Luke Campbell fight before Devin could get it. Because Devin Haney actually signed to Eddie Hearn, and since Eddie Hearn also had Luke Campbell, it was a foregone conclusion that Eddie was going to try to make that fight because it's an easy fight for him to facilitate or to have facilitated. But Eddie Hearn, the rug was swept under his feet because Top Rank had made a deal with the WBC to make Lomachenko for the fight. So Lomachenko was a champion already, and then they just decided to make that fight, and it screwed Devin Haney. So when Lomachenko beat Luke Campbell, then the WBC made Lomachenko the franchise champion. So he couldn't get him. They put him in the witness protection program, right? So that's just one fighter. You look at Teofimo, I mean, his whole situation has looked crazy recently. So I don't even have to spend too much time on Teofimo situation. Devin Haney commented on a couple of things. He said, I feel sorry for Teo. I really do. I know he had plans with this money. Check out some of my other videos if you don't know what's going on with Teofimo. Look, Devin Haney said it was an ish show. And it says, per sources, Camboso requested more money. The Teofimo, it's just too much to even go through. The video would be an hour long if I were to rehash everything that happened with Teofimo Cambosos and Triller and Top Rank. So I'm gonna spare y'all. Y'all gotta check the other content. So anyway, we know Teofimo he capped. He said, I'm sending the contract to Devin and I'm sending the contract to Cambosos and whoever gets back to us. Now Bob Arum is saying something different. Now Bob Arum is saying that Devin Haney was a no-show. But a couple of months ago, Bob Arum did an interview, probably with the same company, and Bob Arum said that the reason the Devin Haney fight can't happen is because Teofimo's wife is expecting and pregnant, and Teofimo needs to fight by October. So what happened? It's October now, and we still don't know when Eddie Hearn, who just got the runner-up rights after Triller's defaulted, we still don't know when Teofimo is fighting. So what happened to Teofimo? His wife was expecting, so they couldn't fight Devin Haney, right? And now this whole Triller mess, and they defaulted. Eddie Hearn's gonna need time to promote the fight and things like that. So Teofimo probably won't be back till at least November, maybe December or beyond, who knows? So once again, Devin Haney continues to get the short end of the stick, and this is what they use against him. Oh, you're an email champ. Oh, your resume sucks. I mean, he has to fight Jorge Linares and guys like that. Just somebody who's been through the gauntlet and a respected veteran who's ranked and needs, a big name or needs to try to gain something off of beating Devin Haney if he can do it, which he couldn't. All right. These other young cats, they're in a different position. And it's like JoJo Diaz already lost to Gary Russell Jr. So it looks like Golden Boy if he's going to lose, they rather have Ryan do it, and keep it in-house. And it's funny because people talk about PBC don't want to make in-house fights or don't want to work with other people. But Golden Boy is doing 2 mandatories, JoJo Diaz and Ryan Garcia, when they're all on Devin Haney. He's kind of like a free agent, but he's been recently fighting on DAZN, but I don't think he's DAZN exclusive. So he could fight on DAZN like he has in recent fights, but they won't fight him. And Ryan Garcia, he has anxiety, and seems to be acceptable. It's just, it's a nightmare, to be honest. It's a nightmare. And if you as fans, look, he got Zab in there, E40, keeping it real bay. Keeping it with Devin Haney, got a real bay. You smell, you under dig what I'm saying. Ooh, bro, real Bay Area in here. Yeah, shout out to the Bay. But man, this is bad look for everybody who won't fight Devin Haney. And like, people are going to try to glow up and make the fight with JoJo and Ryan cool and make that the thing. It's solid, but at the same time, when do you ever see 2 challengers don't want to fight the champion for the real belt? They rather just call him email champion and names online. This is a bad look, people, and the WBC, like I said, they're complicit. They're ordering this fight, trying to, do something that Golden Boy wants, but the fans aren't getting what they want, and Devin ain't getting what he wants, and then it becomes a bad look. So Ryan, he had too much anxiety to fight Javier Fortuna. A week later, he pulls out. Joseph JoJo Diaz takes over and then becomes the mandatory by beating Fortuna, right? And then now JoJo and Ryan are fighting instead of fighting the champion. They rather just call him name. I mean, this is crazy. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below.